All right, guys. So let's continue where I left off from part one. So, part one. So anyhow, like the people that I met there were incredible and willing to do anything for you. Rita and Don Gabriel, they are the owners of Casa de Bougainvilleas, and they are phenomenal. They walk you through that entire process. They help you. They guide you. They teach you. They show you things. You guys can find them on Facebook also. Just type in Casa de Bougainvilleas, and I'll actually put it in the comments below in case you're going to be going through this process, because I honestly recommend, if anybody has to go to Juarez, that is the place you need to stay at, because they are very hospitable. They bend over backwards to get you to your appointments on time. They go over everything with you so you don't feel alone. They're basically there holding your hand. Casa de Bougainvilleas. It's beautiful there also. Like, they've got bougainvilleas flowers everywhere. Oh, it's beautiful. So anyhow, every night we would have what's called a junta. Now, a junta is like a meeting, okay? So all of us would get together. We would all go over all of our paperwork together. We would discuss our situations together. We would pray. We would sing. We would have fun. We would dance, you know, because even though we're there for a stressful situation, Senora Rita, she made you feel so at peace. Just because she knew that you were stressed out and she wanted to make it fun. Okay? So, you know, first thing that we had to do when we first got there was do the medico, which is where Abel had to go get a physical, and they had to do vaccinations and everything, because that's what happens when you come here. So that, I think, was like $416 American dollars. So you have to pay for that when you go. So we go, and I'm waiting there for like 3 hours, because that's how long it takes. We're not allowed to go in with our husbands or our wives. Like, you have to wait. So me and Victoria, we waited together, and I'm so grateful that she was there, because, like, I did not have a clue, you know, and Victoria spoke English. She spoke Spanish, so she could help translate if I didn't know something. I mean, it was just perfect. So, going through that process is just very stressful, because you're just sitting there thinking, like, please God, like, I hope that nothing can stop this process. Like, that medical appointment, I keep wanting to go in Spanish. That medical appointment is very important, because they do an x-ray of your lungs, and if you have black spots on it, then they consider you to be tuberculosis infected, meaning you have to stay there for 6 months, and you have to go through a treatment process for that 6 months. And then you can do the medical process again. So not only do you pay once, but you pay twice for it. But they don't allow you to leave the country until you can pass that test. So you're stuck there. And so I just kept thinking, please God, don't let him have that. Please God, don't let him have that, you know. Even if they misread your x-ray and it has black spots, they will hold you. Abel came out. He's like, I passed. And I was like, oh, thank God. Like, thank you so much. You know, when we passed that, so then after we got the medical done, then we had to go, you have to wait like 2 days for them to give that back to you. So then we had to go get his accidentes de penales. Now, let me tell you, Don Gabriel is awesome, okay? So he took us to go get the accidentes de penales, okay? But so you have to be able to prove that you live in Mexico. Here's the downfall to this. You have to have a bill with an address that shows that you were paying that. So an accidentes de penales is your police record from Mexico. So Abel, we had to everybody had to use a bill from the Casa de Bugambilias to get their police record. And Abel, at first, they didn't let him. And Abel was like, I just think that I'm have bad luck. Like, he's like, I don't know. Like, for some reason that day, he had to do things over and over and over again. And it was just a bad luck day. But eventually, he was able to get it. And it was clear. And we were so grateful that it was clear. So, you know, and that cost about $30, and then we had to get copies, which was like $2 or something like that. And luckily, like, the people at Casa de Bugambilias, they take American money also, so it was all good. I definitely learned how to convert to pesos so much while we were there. It was not even funny. My phone was my best friend as far as the pesos were concerned and converting and everything. So one Sunday, we all were like, we're so hungry. Like, let's all go out to eat, you know? So we walked to this Mexican restaurant. I can't even remember the name of it. It was like taco something. I don't know. The food was amazing, okay? Amazing. However, they had dead cockroaches on the floor. So when you go to Mexico, I'm terrified of cockroaches. I don't know if you guys are terrified, but their cockroaches are ginormous. They're everywhere. So expect to see cockroaches everywhere. Where we stayed at the Casa de Bugambilias, they didn't have any. So I was grateful. But like when you're walking down the street, you see cockroaches. Another thing that really bothered me bad is stray dogs. They have so many stray dogs on the street. It's sad. And there was this cute little red-headed puppy, and every time I kept seeing him, I kept telling him about, oh, I just want to take him home with me. He's so cute. And Abel kept saying, yeah, but he's a stray dog. No. But he was so cute. I just loved him. But they were everywhere. So sad. And another thing is they have La Michoacana Paletas. I don't know. They have this place. It's like a restaurant type thing. And you can get ice creams and fruit. You know, kind of like up here where you can get like the Mexican snacks and stuff. They have like a huge stand, okay? But all of this stuff is made with real fruit and fresh everything, okay? So, we went there and it was so good. It was delicious. It was to die for good. I got, a bionico, which has like a ton of fruit, and then it has like a sweet cream sauce poured on it, and then granola and raisins and coconut. Oh God, it was to die for. Their food is delicious. So they also have a Walmart. Okay, their Walmart was ginormous, and the prices in Walmart, let me just tell you, were amazing. Now, one thing I did not know is that when you go to a grocery store, whoever is bagging your stuff, you have to tip them. I didn't know that. So Abel like handed the lady the money, and I was like, why did you give her money? And he's like, because that's how it works. You have to tip them because they bagged your stuff. And I was like, what? Now, their Walmart was like a freaking mall. I'm not even kidding you. It was like when you walked in, they've got like Chinese food places and little stores and stuff similar to a mall. And then you've got Walmart. And I was like, this is crazy, like crazy. I couldn't believe how much like a mall it was. Had the little stands in the middle of the aisles. I mean, crazy. Now, they sell cakes in that Walmart that are riddled with alcohol, which the cakes are good. We ate, so when my mother-in-law came, we went to the Centro de Juarez and we got tacos the first day that she was there, and they were horrible. The tacos tasted like nasty ass. The next day we went to the Centro and we got enchiladas. Oh my God. The best enchiladas I've ever ate in my life. I'm not even kidding you. Like, I, to this day, crave those enchiladas because they were so freaking good. Now, in Juarez, or Chihuahua, Mexico, they have what's called queso menonita, which is a specific cheese that they only sell in Juarez, Mexico. However, you can get it here, but let me tell you, it don't taste the same at all. At all. In fact, when you buy it here, it tastes disgusting compared to what it tastes like over there. There was one time that we went and got, we went to a burrito place. The burrito place had chile rellenos inside of the burrito. Oh my God, it was so good. So good. Like, they had all kinds of Mexican food that you could put into a burrito. Like, authentic Mexican food that you can put into a burrito. And they made it into a burrito, and it was just to die for. Another time we went to this little bitty restaurant, and it had quesadillas. But the quesadillas were made with their cheese, and it was like a Philly cheesesteak. Oh my God, the best quesadilla I've ever ate in my life. I'm not even kidding you. We went and got tortas from this little stand. Oh, the tortas were so good. Another place that when we went to the Centro, we got aguas. So they have like fresh waters on the street. And it's kind of like scary because you don't know if you can trust their water, because you don't know if they're using the bottled water, if they just ran the tap and used the tap water. But I got agua de pepino con limón, which is water with cucumber and lime. And it was the best water I ever drank. I'm not even kidding you. I was so obsessed with this town. Like, it was wild. So we walked all of the Centro like 3 different times. We went to Walmart a bunch of times. We walked our little town the streets that we were staying at several times. Anyway, like, share, and subscribe to my video. There's going to be a part 3 coming up here in just a second.